Hi, and welcome to Happy Fisherman Adventures.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.
Today's fishing adventure is with my best friend Dina and her son, Dragan Jr. And watch out, Australia, a new basketball star is coming.
Little buggers are awesome. We're going to show you that later. But first, heaps of snapper just turned up and they were on a chew just a few days ago. So on the 23rd, exactly on Mima's birthday of October,
They
decided to bite on the other side of the black rock. Everybody was catching. It was an amazing day. Our friend Nicolce got a couple. Brett got a massive. Brett and Izzy, they were at Mount Eliza, or that side, somewhere around that area, and they got some beautiful fish. Saying that, I know someone say early morning, late at night, but what about Will? He got his...
in the middle of the day.
He got his in the middle of the day at the Port Arlington Old Channel. And while you're out there is heaps and heaps of slimy mackerel. So just grab some bait and put it back on the hook because snapper loves them. Other than that, Hortland's still on fire with barrels. All the charters are starting to operate around Melbourne and they are quite successful on snapper, squid, gummy. We had a massive day on squid with Ange, which we're gonna show you that in next episode. And that was just at St Leonard.
Yeah. Well, let's watch the first video.
It is 11th of September 2023 and we at Ferriby Boat Ramp. This time with us we have Mima's bestie, and that's Dina, and her son Dragan. In some of our past episodes you guys seen Dragan Senior, aka DJ Dirty South. And we were fishing, swimming, and we had fun before. But today, he couldn't come. He actually had to do some work in the studio. So Dragan Jr. and Dina are spending some quality time with me and Mima. This young Dragan is actually an amazing basketball player. So we're going to show you a bit of footage of his games a little bit later on in the episode. But now it was time for us to leave Werribee and head off to Prince George and try and get young Dragan some squid. Today we were blessed with the weather, so we got there pretty quick. As we got there, we set up and we tried hard. Everyone was very focused, and all I can say, we had every color jig out there. So the first squid to catch, guess who? Young Dragan. And there it is, our first squid on the boat. This one actually took one of Mima's favorites and Will's favorites jig, which is bright orange.
First one, yeah. Well, you remember. How good is this? You got a squid.
Well, we were up to a good start. That was Dragan's first ever squid. All I can say, the squid was not easy to get, but not long after, Dina had another one, and this one took my favorite jig, which is the Banana Clinch by Shimano. This particular jig was introduced to me by Mick at Hooked on Bait and Tackle in Hoppers Crossing, and since I got it, it became my favorite jig, and I can tell you we got quite lots of squid on that one color. Since the squid was really playing hard to get, we decided to go to St Leonard's and try for some King George whiting. When you have kids on board, you need to keep them busy. If you go and just sit on one spot, cast a line and spend hours catching nothing, they get bored pretty quick. Take them to spots where you know there is pinkies or King George whiting or yuccas or something that actually you're going to have some action happening around the boat, and they will be catching, releasing, laughing and enjoying the day out. At St Leonard's we picked a good ground where it's broken grass and sand patches, and before you know, Mima was on. So it is the target fish, King George whiting, but unfortunately quite small. We took a few pictures, then we put it on the measuring board, and Dina explained to Dragan what's going on here.
Dragan, there's a rule with fishing. If you catch a fish that's what size, Uncle Jimmy?
27. You have to, that's the
If it's
smallest.
27 centimeters and less, you have to put it back into the ocean because they're not big enough. You have to let them grow. That's just a rule. Otherwise, if we fish all the babies, then there's no fish left in the sea.
On our underwater sea view gadget, you could see stingrays, you could see leather jackets, grass whiting, you name it, but we could not see one King George whiting. Saying that, King George whiting was the only fish we were actually catching. Unfortunately, most of them were too small and they had to go back. The sand patch was at the back of the boat, but the trick was to cast about 5-6 meters away and you would be getting a fish straight away. Then on our sea view gadget we seen actually some Port Jackson sharks, more leather jackets and no whiting at all. So far we were catching and releasing one after the other, but not long after Dina got a keeper. This fish was not massive, but he made 32 centimeters. Again, a few more pictures, then we checked the underwater camera again to see if anything new is happening, and we were catching King George one after the other, but somehow they were way too small.
In the next video, Dragan got a bit tired, but Dina then took over and she was on fire. She started catching one after another.
And she enjoyed it.
She had
loved it.
fun.
Let's watch the next video. Well, our adventure continues. We're still getting King George whiting, couple more keepers, but mainly undersized fish. Today, Reddy's Stinganosta rig was actually the most successful rig, and we obviously loaded with a bit of pilchard and a little bit of squid on it. I did have one rod that I used pippies and mussels just to try, but it was too easy for small whiting to pinch that, so definitely the actual pilchard and the squid was the best option today. Here you can see young Dragan took a rest and Dina was on fire. She got the trick that we use when we target King George whiting, and that's winding slowly back and then don't act on the first touch. Wait for the second nibble, and she was getting them like not tomorrow. As I mentioned before, there was quite a few fish around, but they were very small. But that didn't stop us having fun. We enjoyed every moment of this. This time on our underwater camera we seen this fish called silver belly, and he was actually posing for us. In meantime, our friend Aaron from Salt Guide came past and showed us this massive squid that he was getting at Queen's Cliff.
Ho, ho, ho. You're gonna hold it for me? Yes, grab him, that's it. Beautiful. That's it. Awesome. Yeah, the whiting's shocking. Bye.
We continued catching whiting, hoping for the big ones, but they were still small, and only about half a dozen keepers we had. Underwater, a real aquarium. We had grass whiting, we had silver belly, leather jacket, there was fish everywhere. It was just amazing to watch. It was a real aquarium. As you see, we've seen lots of different species, but no one King George whiting, yet we were getting them like no tomorrow. Then it was time to move. I went past my friend Alex from work, we say goodbye, and we were on the way to Verbi. The water was magnificent, so we decided to go past the wreck just to scan a little bit to see what's going on out there. And this was the end of another great adventure with great people.
And now we're going to show you something different.
Let's watch young Dragan
Yes?
doing what he does best.
Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Well, the next adventure, it's me and Jerry, late September, and we're trying Black Rock.
Oh, like he said, trying. They didn't succeed.
Yeah, whatever. Well, we left early and we aimed to get there in the dark, but by the time we got there, it's already sun.
Oh,
was
now
up.
that's an excuse.
Okay, there you go. Excuse. Anyway, let's watch this adventure. This adventure starts early morning at Altona boat ramp. This time, me and Jerry decided we're gonna launch in Altona and drive across to Black Rock, and hopefully at Black Rock and Shallows, we're gonna get some snapper. Today the weather was absolutely amazing and the bay was flat, so it didn't take us long to get across to Black Rock. As you can see here, my Suzuki engine was pushing my 22-foot boat at 57 kilometers per hour, doing 5,100 RPM. And the best part about this engine is the fuel efficiency. As we got at Black Rock, the sun was already out, and I was quite concerned because we missed that very early start. Slowly, I started setting up all the rods, I started cutting up some bait, and we were ready. In meantime, I set up some cameras, and we started recording as well. Even the sun was out, it was still a little bit fresh. So yeah, as you can see, we had our jackets on and our fingers were quite frozen. In no time, we had some action. This fish took a whole pilchard, and by the way it was fighting, we knew it's a pinky. It felt like a decent sized fish, for a pinky of course, so I got Jerry to grab the net just in case so we don't lose this fish. Well, first fish, and the good news is this fish was a keeper, 36 centimeters, which is not too bad for a pinky, but it was a good and promising start. Then the feeding frenzy session started. We were smashed by pinkies. As you can see here, Jerry's line got stuck. Here at Black Rock you have to expect few snags as the bottom is quite reefy, so yeah, you're gonna lose some hooks. Well, we were not alone. There was another boat in the distance, and I didn't see them doing really well. I think they were catching pinkies just as we did, and of course 99.9% had to go back. They were way too small. At one stage you could not fish with more than one rod. As you cast it, that's it, they were on straight away. We had all kind of bait. We had pilchard, we had silver whiting, we had squid, mackerel, slimies, you name it. These pinkies didn't care. They were just smashing everything. Underwater here you can see the rocky bottom, and you can see some abalone on them as well. But we didn't see too many. We seen pinkies on the camera, but not too many. Saying that, we were catching them every second. On light rods, this fish is fun to catch, but as I said before, all we were doing is feeding them, that's all. Even though the pinkies were under 30 centimeters, we were catching them on 4-0, even 5-0 hook. It was just unreal how crazy they were biting. Also, snell rig, paternoster rig, it didn't matter. They took everything. Here you can see the bottom and you can see how reefy this place is. There is lots and lots of rocks around, and you do get snags very often. In this area we don't target just pinkies. You can get pike, you can get King George, you can get quite a few other species, but when the pinkies are so aggressive, you got no chance to catch anything else. Well, we're gonna continue with this adventure, and yeah, the pinkies were just devastating. So we actually made a move and we went to P2 to try there for a snapper. While we were there, tons and tons of slimy mackerel just under the boat. So we had fun with slimy mackerel.
They ended up catching something.
Okay. We've been on this spot for about an hour now, and the pinkies were going on and on. This time underwater, we actually even seen some on the camera. And yeah, they were not shy to come close to the actual burley bucket. Beside the pinkies here, there was some small, I suppose, grass whiting that actually hangs around the reefs. But yeah, nothing major. At one stage, we were bringing them up and dropping them back on every 5 seconds. It was ridiculous. Later on our Seaview gadget underwater, we even seen a poor jacksaw shark, but no big snapper. So I decided to play a little bit. I changed to a lure.
Got a bit of chicken. Hey, watch this.
As you can see here, I left this footage uncut. Now you can see how aggressive these pinkies were today. They didn't care what you put on a hook, they were just smashing it. Looking at the other boat from time to time, they were doing the same, getting small fish, throwing it back, and yeah, just having fun with small fish, I suppose. This next shot is gonna show you again how bad this was. On the snell hook, we had a double. After all this, all I can say, our first fish of the day, it was a keeper. After that, we had 100 fish, no one keeper. Then we moved up to Ricketts Point, same story. So we decided to go up to P2. At P2, different story. Bite fish everywhere, and I'm not talking little bit, clouds of them. If you had your bite on the bottom, small flatheads. Then on the camera, on our Seaview gadget, we seen just flatheads. So we decided to lift the bite about 2 meters off the ground, and here we go, we start catching some slimy mackerel. In no time, action was hot. We kept getting one after the other. I don't like eating slimy mackerel, Jerry does, but it was fun to catch them, and I can tell you they're the best snapper bite that you can have, especially fresh like this. One more thing with the slimy mackerel, be careful, because they do big circles in the water when you bring them up, and yeah, they can actually tangle some of your lines. It can be a mess. Not even 5 minutes in, we had about half a dozen fish, but on the camera they were showing everywhere. There were heaps of them, and we just kept catching them. So all in all, we done some mileage today, but we were happy with our adventure. Well, thanks for your support again, and we'll see you on the water.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.